Yes, I did just use this to autofocus The Lonely Life of a YouTuber, Season 1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. And today I have my first ever story time video like ever, talking about my first ever Uber ride like ever. So this video is, I think, pretty kind of funny. Not gonna be great, not gonna be like juicy or like exciting, like I'm not Tana Mojo, sorry. Let's start on the day of my first ever Uber ride. I wake up at 6 o'clock, so you already know it's way too early for anybody to be doing anything. I have to work at 7 o'clock, so I wake up, I get some bagels, I start driving, I'm eating the bagel, Siri says take a right turn, I take a right turn. I finally get to work, and I'm running a little bit late, so I need to be there at 7, and it's about 6:55-ish right now. So now, I'm trying to find a parking spot. Now guys, keep in mind, I work at a different construction site every single day, practically, so I'm not familiar with this neighborhood whatsoever. So anyways, I take a wrong turn, like I always do, and I'm like, no worries, I'll just take a U-turn. And as I start turning my wheel to make a U-turn, there's a big red giant truck behind me, and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work. So then I take a sharp right turn into this alley that's one way, really narrow, and then I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, Nicholas. And then I take another really sharp right turn, and I'm like, hey, look, a parking spot. So I park, and I get out of my car, and then I realize I parked like 1/4 over a sign that says no parking tow-away zone. But I'm like, well, only 25% of my car is illegally parked, like, I'm sure it's fine. Working, and the clock strikes noon, so it's lunchtime, and I'm like, I'm going to McDonald's. So I start walking down the street that I parked my car on, and I'm like, I don't think I parked this far, but I must have parked farther because I can't find my car. So I keep walking, and I keep walking, I'm like, there's no way I parked this far. But instead of walking on the street next to me, which is where I must have parked my car, I'm just going to walk to that gas station. So I walked to the gas station, and I got my lunch, and then I walked back to work, and I was working, and then 3 o'clock, or 3:30 came, and I was off of work. So I walked down the same street that I walked down the first time, because I was pretty positive I parked on that street, and maybe I missed it the first time. And so I got to where the gas station was, and I didn't find my car. I was like, must have parked even farther. So at this point, I'd be like walking like 3 or 4 minutes, which is like kind of a long time to be walking to get to a parked car that's only 2 minutes away. And I didn't find it, so I was like, okay, it must be on the street over. So I walked all the way back up on the street over, and it wasn't there. So then I walked across the streets, and I was like, must have parked on the opposite side of the street that I originally parked on. And I walked all the way down that street, and I didn't find it. And then I walked back up the street, and then I walked side, and then I walked for like another 20 minutes, and I could not find my car. So I was like, I might have parked on the other side of the complex, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So anyways, I walk all the way around the building, and then behind the building, it's like not even there's nowhere to like park over there. Like it's like a building. It's like buildings. So I was like, okay, I didn't park on this side of the building, obviously. I walk back, and I'm like, dang, like my car might have been towed. Like, so I'm really starting to second guess myself. I'm like, what are you doing? Your car gets towed. Like, who do you call? And like, what am I gonna tell my, like, that's gonna be embarrassing that I'm gonna have to call my mom to come pick me up because my car got towed because I parked 25% of my car in a towaway zone. Like, dang, Nicholas. Anyways, I'm like, man, my car must have, and then boom, it hit me. I was like, Uber, I can call an Uber. And then I was like, but dang, that's money. But then I was like, but dang, I have a $20 coupon in my pocket. I was like, coming in clutch. So anyways, then I I download the Uber app, and I call my Uber up, and I just sit on the side of the street, and I'm waiting for my Uber, and I'm just watching him drive as, estimated 2 minutes until Uber arrives. And then I'm watching him drive down the blue line, and then he takes a wrong turn. Estimated Uber arrival time, 5 minutes. And I just like, oh, it's gonna be a long day. At this point, I had been walking to find my car for about 20 to 30 minutes, probably closer to 30, and I was already really tired, and I was carrying all my stuff with me. So I get in the Uber finally. He says, is this Nick? I said, yep. Then he's like, alright. And I say, so here's the deal. I know I drove myself here this morning, but I can't find my car. Can you just drive around until I find it? He's like, he's kind of stopped for a minute, and he's like, yeah, I can do that. So anyways, I have him drive me down that street that I originally was on, but even farther. So we're like starting all the way up here, we're going all the way down, wasn't there. So we go try the next street over, it wasn't there. So then I have this guy going all over this neighborhood, up and down, left and right, left. Literally the Uber ride at this point had been like 9 minutes, and I was like, my car got towed. I was like, I knew I did not park on the other side of the building, but I didn't want to get back in the sun, so I just needed to buy myself time, literally. And I'm like, can we do what we just did on this side of the building, on the other side of the building? And he's like, yeah, sure. So then he gets on the super busy street that I knew I didn't park on, right, because it's a super busy street, and I wouldn't have parked there because, you know, I wouldn't have walked through all that traffic, because I'm smart, guys, right? So I'm not even looking for my car because I know I didn't park there, so I'm on my phone, about to call my mom, because my car got towed, and as I start to call my mom, he goes, is that your car? I'm like, no, not this car. That's my car! And I started screaming in the back of this guy's car. I was so excited. I was like, what? Like, that's my car. So anyways, he pulls to the side, and dang, this was a really long story for a very boring end. Anyways, I get out of the Uber. I say, thank you so much. Like, how do I tip you? He's like, if you don't have any cash, then just give me a 5 stars. So I gave the dude 5 stars, whatever. And then I got in my car, and I drove home. Like, yeah, to sum up that entire story, I basically spent $9 on an Uber. First time riding in an Uber to find my car to drive home. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe because I will see you guys back here with a new video in a few days.